Hello, welcome to Inner Alchemist Tarot, where you are your own alchemist. Thank you for being here. Let's see what Spirit has in store for us. Hi Aries, welcome to your weekly reading for September 2nd through the 9th. The card's been cut and pre-shuffled with your energies. I'm just going to warm them up as I go along here. Thank you, Spirit, so much for these messages that are about to come forward for Aries. Placements in rising sign as well. I'm going to draw from the oracles first, then draw from the tarot, get some clarifier cards, and see what we're looking at for you. And thank you so much for your patience too. Just took a break. I had last Monday off from work and what I was doing, so I just wrote out that day. And it'll happen from time to time, some days, whatever day that is. I'm not going to be doing the reading, but I get back right to it because I just love doing these, and I do appreciate you being here, and thank you so much. Subscribing and all that. If you're a subscriber, you are aligned. You're doing very well for yourself being in this space, so I appreciate you, and may you be doing well, Aries. We are in the new moon of Virgo right now, so it's a good time to set intentions. Virgo being an earth sign's grounding sign, and we're about to transition seasons here, right? Moving from the summer to the fall here in the northern hemisphere, and it's coming here in a couple weeks. So yeah, big transitional time anyway. Let's see what we have for you. We have Temptation coming out, number 15. And Stand Still. See what the tarot has to say here. And how I do these readings, if you're familiar anyway with how I work, is that it's not necessarily a progression. Some of the top cards, the oracles, may match the tarot cards right underneath, but that's not always the occasion. But they're general messages. It is a general reading, so please put the pieces where they go for you. Take what you need, leave the rest. What do we have for Aries Spirit? We start out with the Hierophant here. King of Wands, 8 of Swords. On the bottom of this deck, we have the King of Swords. I'm going to pull that right out. That right there. Okay. The Hierophant card is the priest card, right? Very connected to Spirit, to God, to the truth, the messages, the kingdom within himself, and he's a teacher. As you can see, these two people here are learning. He's one hand pointing up, as above, with a staff, so below, a lot like a magician, too, like the high priestess, right? But the Hierophant's more about belief systems. There might be a paradigm shift that you're, could be confronted with right now in your life. Let's look further, though. We have what considered to be in the tarot is the Devil card. So temptation doesn't always mean, what the devil's thought of is like bondage, addiction, something of the lower frequencies. And all that is just creating opportunities for you to raise your vibration and to become more into the balance of who you are. That's where the Temperance card comes in. And that's what the true alchemist is walking that middle path, knowing your thoughts create your emotions. The sabotage may occur. This is the 8 of Swords here. And so that's a self-sabotage card when you get too much in the head. See, she's blindfolded, she's tied up, it looks like she's stuck, like frozen, unable to move. And this card generally is about sabotage in the mind, because Swords is of the mind. Aries, Aquarius, and Aquarius, Gemini, Libra is the air signs. But yeah, when you get too much in the head, it can charge again. It can create emotions that don't feel well. And to create this like reality that you're perceiving, but it's a false perception in a way. And so the temptation, this Devil card that's showing up here, might have something to do with that. What's this Hierophant? Could also mean marriage, the Devil does too, and also means, something manifesting on the physical plane. We have the 7 of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, investment of time, money, resources, waiting, but knowing, because the seeds already started to grow. As you can see, the pentacles buried here, like the seeds, like you go plant corn. You know, it takes time for corn to grow. And you can tell this plant is growing here, and you're really looking at it and admiring and sitting with it and reviewing it, like kind of like a standstill time, right? To stop and review. I want to get a card for the Seven of Pentacles. What is the Seven of Pentacles, Spirit? Okay, then we have the Six of Pentacles. So it's not like you're going backwards. You're not like de-evolving, and this, everything's always moving through an evolution. But you're not going backwards. It may seem like you are, maybe, only to create the balance. See that? We talked about the Temperance cards, about balance. Walk in the middle path. Balancing polarities. You see he's got the scale in the hand, and he's gifting to one to the other. So it's like giving, receiving. Is what the Six of Pentacles is all about. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, Earth energies. And we are in Virgo right now. So right now, that's what's taking place. There may have been something that was throwing you off, tempting you somewhere else. Okay. This King of Wands is your energy. It's funny, the card just fell out as the Six of Pentacles. I'll put that back in. The Six of Pentacles is right here, just a different deck. So indeed, it is coming to a balance. It will stand still for the balance to take place. And that could easily be part of this paradigm shift we're talking about here. Is it shifting how you see your resources, your money, your time, whatever it is. What's this King of Wands, Spirit? King of Wands is entrepreneur, is your energy, leader, and the kings are masters of what they do. Master at leading others. Action-oriented, passionate, makes things happen. What's this King of Wands? Eight of Pentacles. So you have, this is an interesting, you have 6, 7, 8 of Pentacles here on the table. So, you know, there is a stage that you're going through is pointing back again to the fact that you're changing how you perceive your finances, your time, your resources. Eight of Pentacles is, you know, she completed all the stuff there. You see the stuff in front of her, and she's looking to the left. She's looking at the King of Wands. Is looking at the balance. This is awesome. But she's got all her tinctures made. She's written books. She's, you know, done grew her plants. She's got a whole bunch of stuff that she created for her business. And she's sitting down with a candle, waiting the moons out. The Eight of Pentacles is something's coming and moving. Because 8, 9, and 10 in numerology is off to completion. 10 is complete. So there's a progression, and it looks good. She's looking to the King of Wands. That's your energy. The King of Wands is looking to the Six of Pentacles. So it's lovely how this is happening here. And it's all about standing still, reflecting. You see the reflections in this water right here. Looks like an egret. Standing still, reviewing, assessing. That's the word I was looking for. And that's what the Seven of Pentacles is doing. So you may be assessing the energies of support this week for this shift to happen. And, you know, again, the Hierophant is all about connection with enlightenment, with the light within, with the kingdom within, the knowing. You are moving in the right direction, because that temptation, you know, to be split. And if you look at the picture here, that's kind of what's happening to that. It's like splitting, you're splitting the energy, you know. But to find the balance, stand still, find the balance, and that's what's creating for this week. We have the 8, now 88, 8 of Swords, eyes closed, blindfolded. They're not looking this way. That's sabotage right there. But what is this 8 of Swords, Spirit? Queen of Wands. So again, you know how we're talking about it's about balancing for you, Aries, this week. Very supportive for your cause of shifting how you have been, you know, tempted with perhaps wanting to go forward so fast. Just go, you're ready now. But what's happening is Spirit's letting you know that it's a standstill time for this week for you to stop and balance out the equation, giving and receiving balance inside yourself. And sitting in that King of Wands, mastering that, overseeing the operation. Again, the king is a master of leading others into success themselves. Serendipity is a huge one. Again, waiting, and that it's not working. But if you look, her legs are not tied up. She could move and be free at any time, but it's all in her mind. That's the energies of the Eight of Swords. But this is the message here, is that the energies this week are very supportive for you to be in that magical Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, you see all those candles lit right there? Those were all the challenges and all the stuff she kind of put herself through in a way, to become that magical queen that she is. She lights it up, and she's very connected to spirit. See the cat? Very connected to her intuition. Again, hand up with the wand as above, and then so below. In her hand, she's creating magic, and that's the energies that Spirit wants you to focus on here. You may have a King of Wands, King of Swords around you that's affecting you in a way. Very logical, doesn't get swayed by his emotions, because he takes the point that's the simplest point, gathering up all the pieces and then making a logical conclusion out of it. That's the King of Swords, and also a good communicator too. But someone's affecting you in this King of Swords energy. And the bottom of the deck here is the Moon. So I'll put this out here. And the Moon card is Piscean energy. The Moon is all about intuition. So being intuitive enough not to drown in your emotions. You know, I always say the King of Swords is he's a master at not being drowned in his emotions at all. Very logical, in fact, the other way on the spectrum. Right? But still very connected to his imagination, to the downloads that he receives from Spirit, even though he's in the mind of the brain, right? The logical thinking. But the Moon is the opposite polarity in a sense, but not to be drowned by things that may be in your head. Like the Moon casts shadows, and if you're not getting enough light onto what you're seeing, you might not be able to see the situation clearly. That's also what the Moon card is, Neptunian energy, where you listen to your intuition and get a better assessment of it. So I love how these two energies are showing up. Maybe that's it. You have somebody in your life that's balancing out your equation, just pulling you out of that mode. But the pieces where they go for you, Aries. Okay, so let's see here. Draw an oracle here from this deck. Cosmic Dancer. Oh. Communicate with Spirit. That's it. That's what we're saying at the very end there with the tarot, is that communication, how the King of Swords gets downloads, very connected with his intuitive side, but doesn't let the emotions run a show. Very good at communicating logically without getting caught in emotions. The Moon card is about intuition, with the Moon showing up here. And again, we have the new Moon today and tomorrow and the next 3 days, and bring it out for about a week. Good time to set new intentions. It's all about the balancing. That's what I see in this reading for you. You have a perfect opportunity this week, now that Mercury's direct, and you're feeling you can move forward, and this is perfect. Communicating with Spirit. I love it how that shows up. That's number 28, good number for you at this time. So it's 15. Okay, and then any of the combination of those numbers are good. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? We have a little bit left of time here. I don't want to go too far over, but I'm going to draw 3 cards, and you're going to pick one. Maybe you want to know if you have a when connection, a when question. When is this going to show up, or when should I make a move here, or da da da. I'm going to choose 3 cards, choose one of them, or you could choose 2 or all 3. That's up to you, and we'll see your answer. You can pause it if you want to ask the question. Okay, so the first one here we have morning. So whatever the question is for you, we have morning coming out there. Could be the morning time's best time for, letting things settle and meditation time, or you'll get a call in the morning time, or whatever the question that you had. So you need to just sit with the reading, and you have a whole week to distill these messages. And again, the reading's also good for you whenever you tune in. It says, not in this lifetime. Look at that image there, and looking over the vast landscape. I mean, there could be so much in this image for you. Can't get it all done. I love when this card comes up because I love to talk about that. You're an eternal being. You're eternal. You know, you have a big soul, and that's you're part of that. You're the physical manifestation of your big soul entourage group. I like to call it your entourage. Ancient being, everybody is. And so, you know, some lifetimes you do things and some lifetimes you don't do things. And that's okay because you can't get it all done. And you can meditate on that one. And this is number 3. In a few days. Oops. In a few days. And I love it. The roses are all dried up there. Lots of them. Potpourri, right? You can make that out of that. So whatever the question you had for that, maybe it doesn't apply. Maybe you want to actually stop to think about it. Or just assess the cards a little bit more and get some more meanings for yourself. And it actually may just apply for you. Okay. So thank you, Aries, for being here. Thank you, Spirit, so much for these messages. I want to say one more thing. I am an author. I've written books. Right now I haven't created in a while because I'm doing some other creation in my life. Books, that is. But Walking the Path of Least Resistance. It's a very short book. It's even got like a place in the background. You can bat in the back part of it like a workbook thing. But it's a very short book, and it's really stuff that you already know within yourself. You know, it's all about, you know, the how, the why, all of that about you being your own inner alchemist, that you are your own creator of your own reality. So you can get that on Amazon. You just go to my website. All this information's in the description. So if you're interested, and thank you again for being here. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. You know, if this video resonated with you, give a thumbs up. If you choose to do that, claim the reading. And again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you.